All right, shalom, shalom, Israel. It's the Israelite School, UPK, Star 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under the leadership of Commanding General Yohana. You understand? What we teach is so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the true biblical Jews according to the Bible and according to archaeology. Priest and Officer Maradaki holding it down for the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. Of course, you understand, as always, we do understand that brotherhood and sisterhood are synonymous. They do go together hand in hand. And of course, we are living in wicked times, man. You understand? We just, quote unquote, as Americans, black Americans, we just celebrated a quote unquote American holiday that has nothing to do with us, man. You understand? But of course, we love our oppressor, to the point where, we disregard our biblical law, statutes, and commandments, and we go with after they want us to do and do exactly what they tell us to do, man. That's what we go after versus going what the Most High tells you to do, man. You understand? And as well, of course, we was bringing out yesterday pertaining to class, as far as bringing out the heavy information and pertaining to Memorial Day. You understand? Of course, a lot of people, a lot of black people, you understand, we have that day off. Of course, here within Israel, you understand, we don't celebrate that day. But of course, you understand, once you go back to the slavery, that's what everybody talking about, right? You understand, like, how was your holiday? You understand, like, what did you do? You understand, what's going on? How's everything going? You understand? Can we, did you do, anything, special for the holiday, man? You understand? Just on and on and on and on and on. You understand? And it came to the point where I was like, you know what, man, listen, yo, I don't, as far as, of course, partake in, American holidays. But it was just one devil, you understand? He said, well, this is the time that we, of course, use to, to have family members, come together, you understand, cook, have drinks and, in a party. And I told him, straight to his face, I'm like, man, listen, we do this almost every other weekend, man. You understand? We have drinks, you understand, cookout, you understand, whether it's on the grill or whether we just have regular food, man. You understand? We don't, of course, celebrate their holidays, you understand, but they use it as an excuse as, okay, well, this is our only day off where, family members can, come together and celebrate this wicked holiday, man.
Right.
You understand? But of course, we all understand that primarily, Black America, they either work, some type of rotating schedule, or they either have every weekend off. You understand? So out of all the weekends out of the year, or out of all of the days out of the year that everyone is off, y'all have to pick this particular day, pertaining to any type of holiday, to just, celebrate America's holiday, man. You understand? That's something that, of course, you do not have to do, man. You understand? And now, you understand, we in the month of June. Now, does anybody know in the chat, you understand, what does the month of June represent? And I want you to stay within the class thinking about America. You understand? What does the month of June represent, man? And I'm going to give this some time, man, you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, we want people to do research and understand what's truly going on, man, within this truth, man. So I'm going to give it a couple moments, you know what I'm saying, give brothers and sisters to, think about, you understand, what does the month of June represent when it comes to America, man? said, we're gonna give some time. What you think about the month of June and think about America. And I'm gonna go just a little bit more in detail pertaining to this. Think about Joe Biden. Think about Joe Biden as well too. Give a couple more moments to see if anybody can see what I'm talking about.
It's like somebody said Juneteenth.
Okay, that's a good one. You understand? But I'm looking for something else. Juneteenth is definitely in there, but of course, like I said, you understand, stay within the class. You know, thinking about America. You understand? Juneteenth is supposed to be quote unquote, a quote unquote, a quote unquote black celebration. But let's stay within the class. Let's see if anybody else can get it, man. I'm gonna give it a couple more answers, and then I'm gonna go and give it to you. And then we're gonna go into some articles pertaining to it as well too.
It's like Shayala said, liberty and justice.
Liberty and justice. You know what? I think that has something to do with it. He's kind of getting onto it. Liberty and justice. Liberty and justice for all. No, it's you definitely getting onto it, Ashaya Allah. Remember, stay within the class and think about America and think about what's going on in America here today as well too. I'm gonna give one more person to take a shot at it, or if we get a couple more people, that would be great as well too. But remember, stay within the class, and the question was, what pertaining to America, what does the month of June represent now? What does the month of June represent now? Give a couple more moments. Let me see if anybody can take a guess of what the month of June represents with dealing with America. All right. No more answers, sir?
Wow.
All right. Most High in Christ. Pride Month. You understand? Pride Month is what quote unquote America now look at, when they think about the month of June, they look at it as Pride Month. You understand? So, and of course, Pride Month is, supposed to be, is for the, the LGBTQ plus community. You understand? Of course, you understand, we all understand that Juneteenth and, what's some other, I believe, Father's Day is all, all, within this month. Let me see, we have some more. I think it's just, Father's Day, quote unquote, Juneteenth, Flag Day, and that's it, if I'm not mistaken. You understand? So, of course, now, you understand, this whole month is going to be, centered around, these homosexuals, these lesbians, you understand, these transgenders, you understand, these people that, don't have a gender. You understand? I was reading a meme, man, and they had some type of homosexual on there, and the homosexual was crying and said, "Oh well, there's 33 genders," and like the little cat was saying, "Well, how is that possible when it's only a man and a woman?" it was, some off the wall as that, you know what I'm saying? But they believe that, and of course, we're going to get into some articles, pertaining to, within their quote unquote beliefs and rules, that they have more than 33 genders, man. Just let that sink within our mindset of how, America has become. So now we have 33 genders. Well, over 33 genders, man. You understand? And I'm gonna read this first article right here, man. This is the independent.co UK. It says Biden recognizes Pride Month with an official proclamation after Trump refused during his time in office. Now, of course, we all understand, and recognize that, of course, we don't deal with, presidents whatsoever, man. You understand? But, of course, Donald Trump, he did the right thing by not allowing those homosexuals have their own month. But, of course, you got sneaky Joe Biden, nasty Joe, wants to sneak that all up in the black community now. And now it's to the point now where it's on social media. I'm not for certain if anybody, familiar with TikTok. You understand? But now, and they said from June 1st on forever, you know how they have the quote unquote For You page? So the FYP is going to be on from now on. It's going to stand for Your Pride.
Damn.
And this is on a major social media platform, man. We're talking about TikTok, which is of course one of the mainstream social media platforms that everyone uses. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people use for, whether it's, marketing, whether it's putting out information, whether it's doing those silly TikTok dances. Now, when you type in a quote unquote hashtag FYP, you're thinking that it's for your page, but it really stands for Your Pride. And they said from now on going forward, that's exactly what the FYP is going to be standing for now on, man. You understand? And that just shows you how disgusting and filthy American can be, man. How they are flipping, their own constitution. You understand? They are flipping their own constitution so they can make sure that these homosexuals and these lesbians and these quote unquote 33 genders feel welcome and feel comfortable. You understand? So let's read that part again, man. It said Biden recognizes Pride Month with an official proclamation after Trump refused during his time in office. We reaffirm our commitment to standing solidarity with the LGBTQ plus Americans in their ongoing struggle against discrimination and injustice, Biden says. Now, I don't know about y'all, but as far as for Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, do we not go against, are we not, do we have any type of justice for police brutality? Do we have any justice for Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, Walter Scott, Tamir Rice? Do we have any type of justice for any of them people, man? You understand? But of course, it's still going on and on and on and on, man. Shoot, man, do the Native Indians have justice for what happened to their forefathers here in America, man?
Right.
Do they? But nah, man, we want to focus, when it comes to America, they want to focus on the LGBTQ plus community, man. This is the center of America, man. And we all know, one of the first things Joe Biden did, you understand, when he came into office, he said he wants the LGBTQ plus community to be the face of America, man. And then hired a transgender to be over the health department, man. You understand? Over the whole health department, man. But y'all say that we crazy, man. You understand? We crazy in these classes, man. We crazy while we on these street corners, man. while we're bringing out these articles, while we're giving you undeniable biblical proof that America is finished, man. You understand? Babylon the Great is going down, man. You understand? Babylon the Great is truly falling. It says President Joe Biden has issued an official proclamation recognizing Pride Month after Donald Trump neglected to do so throughout his term. Pride Month, Pride is a time to recall the trials the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community has endured and to rejoice in their triumphs and of trailblazing individuals who have bravely fought and continue to fight for full equality, Mr. Biden said in a statement today, Tuesday. I'm gonna read this part one more time, man, just so it can sink in, man, and just show you how, of course, because black people, man, they quote unquote love Joe Biden, man. You know what I'm saying? They said, oh, you know, Joe Biden, he was able to get our stimulus checks quick, so that's why we voted for him. What type of sense does that make, man? Oh yeah, man. You know, we love Joe Biden, you know, because you know he was, you know, Barack Obama, you know, vice president. So you gotta ask yourself, what did Barack Obama do for black people, man?
Right.
You understand? What is Joe Biden doing for black people, man? Nothing at all, man. Didn't he say in you know, one of his statements that he was going to forgive all student loans? And now he's fumbling over his words now, and saying that he can't do it anymore, or like he's having some troubles with the finances of America. But of course, Black America, this is the president that we chose, man. This is the LGBTQ plus pride and very, very powerful, you know, president that we decided to choose, man, and have in office to quote unquote be rulers over, you know, so-called black spanking Native Indians. Now, let me read this last part one more time. It says, Pride is a time to recall the trials the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community has endured, and to rejoice in the triumphs of trailblazing individuals who have bravely fought and continue to fight for full equality, man. You understand? They think that they are going through something, man. You understand? They feel like, you know, and I remember, you understand, back in the day, you understand, when we were growing up, you know, being a homosexual, it was almost like a disease.
Right.
You said nobody wanted to be around you. But now, look at homosexuality now. What happens? It's just accepted, man. It's just accepted. It's becoming normalized to the point as if you're waking up to take a shower, or you're brushing your teeth, or you're cooking breakfast. You know what I'm saying? That's how normal it is, you know, when it comes to our thought process of how, you know, we should quote unquote treat the LGBTQ plus community, man. You understand? To the hell with that community, man. To the hell with Joe Biden and everyone's that supports it, man. Including Black Lives Matter, man. Everybody want to, you know, say, oh, quote unquote, Black Lives Matter, and, you know, oh yeah, you know, be a part of the movement, and, you know, let's go march. You understand? Let's go do all of these great things. You understand? But once again, what have these quote unquote great things done for the black community, man? Nothing whatsoever, man. Please, someone tell me something positive that is going to come out of the LGBTQ plus community, man. Someone please tell me something positive that's going to come out this quote unquote Black Lives Matter movement, or any other blackity black group, man. It says Mr. Trump became the first Republican president to acknowledge Pride Month in 2019, but he didn't do so through an official presidential proclamation. as Barack Obama had done every year during his time in office. Now, of course, we all understand that Barack Obama is a filthy, disgusting African, and he has done nothing for our people. And not only that, Barack Obama was the person that actually signed a bill for same-sex marriage, man. Signed a bill for these quote-unquote LGBTQ plus community to come up with their own rules, man. Meanwhile, didn't Trayvon Martin die under the hands of Barack Obama? Where was the speech at for that? You know what I'm saying? Where was the quote-unquote equal rights for Trayvon Martin, man? And everyone else that died to the hands of police brutality, man, in the black community. So, of course, to the hell with Barack Obama's as well, too, man. You understand? I pray that they die. And him and his own family died, man, according to the Bible, man, not according to my words, man, for what they have done to so-called black spanking Native Indians when it comes to brainwashing to make us to believe that he's a quote-unquote savior and he's a quote-unquote hope for the black community, man, as well as Joe Biden. In 2019, in June 2019, Mr. Trump tweeted, "Let us also stand in solidarity with the many LGBT plus people who lived in dozens of countries worldwide that punish and imprison or even execute individuals on the basis of their sexual orientation." Good, now I'm gonna read that again. In June 2019, Mr. Trump tweeted, "Let us also stand in solidarity with the many LGBT people who lived in dozens of countries worldwide that punish, imprison, or even execute individuals on the basis of their sexual orientation," man. Once again, man, they want us to, give reverence and, show them, some type of solidarity and, show them that we care about them, man. You understand? Joe Biden said, man, that he wants more LGBTQ plus, members or persons or, humans, whatever the case may be, whatever they call themselves. You understand? I call it disgusting. You understand? The disgustings. You understand? We're going to call them the disgustings. But we're supposed to show them all the type of respect, man. All the type of respect in the world, man. For what, man? All because of Joe Biden, all because of Barack Obama, all because of these, all because of, they have their own sexual, orientation and they have their own gender. Hey, man, to the hell with them, man. It was later issued as a White House press release. Mr. Trump did, however, issue official presidential proclamations during June to buy National Home Ownership Month, Great Outdoor Month, and Caribbean American Heritage Month in addition to others, man. You understand? So of course this is just more, quote unquote, Joe Biden is trying to recognize the people. And of course I just wanted to pinpoint this Caribbean American heritage. Now, we know the Caribbean, are of our people, but once you stick that American stamp on it, they gonna whitewash that month, man. You understand? That they're gonna say that we can have some, quote unquote, European or white supremacists that can identify as Caribbeans, man. You understand? With this type of stuff, you gotta read between the lines, man. Because of course, Caribbeans, once again, is of the 12 tribes of Israel. But of course, once you add the Caribbean American Heritage Month, ain't no telling what they're going to quote unquote try to proclaim, when it comes to our brothers and sisters of the Northern Tribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Our Benjamite brothers and sisters, man. Ain't no telling, man, what they gonna do, man. You know, when it comes to our Haitian brothers and sisters, man. I'm telling them what they gonna try to do, man. So of course, man, be on the lookout for that month, and just be aware of how they are going to try to brainwash you when it comes to that particular month as well, too. Noting recent progress for the LGBTQ plus community, Mr. Biden added on Tuesday, historic Supreme Court ruling in recent years have struck down regressive laws affirm the right to marriage equality and secure workplace protection for LGBTQ plus community individuals in every state and territory, man. Like he said, man, when he first came in, he said that when he first came in, he wants them to be the face of America. He wants their laws to overrule their own laws. You understand? Good night, man. So, of course, once again, man, we need to allow, you understand, the Most High words, you understand, when it comes to these scriptures, day in and day out, of course, to be aware of what's going on, but don't just go with the flow of it, man. Don't be as America is going with the flow of what we just read right here. Oh, well, you know, it's a part of the law. You understand? It's, you know, we got to respect them. You understand? You know, we got to do all these, you know, great things for the LGBTQ plus community. And of course, you know what I'm saying, we're not going out, we're not saying go out and, you know, persecute, you know what I'm saying, these homosexuals or, you know, be rude to them or anything in that nature. We're just saying that you don't have to be forward, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go out and march with them, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they are going to have those marches coming, you know what I'm saying, coming to a city near you, or like how, Joe Biden said, you know, it's going to be, you know, protection within every state and territory. You understand? So, of course, once again, let's be very, 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 very cautious of what's going on around us when it comes to this LGBTQ plus community. Mr. Biden said that almost 14% of his 1,500 appointees are various governments, agencies identify as LGBTQ plus.
Damn.
Good night, man. I think that's yeah, 14%. It's not percent. They kind of broke it up in this article. So 14% of his 1,500 appointees to various government agencies identify as LGBTQ plus, man. Once again, did he not say that he wanted them to be more bold? You know what I'm saying? Did he not say that he wanted them to be the face of America, the faces of these businesses, man? You understand? When I was on that, TikTok, you know what I'm saying, doing some work or whatnot, that's the first thing I see, man. LGBTQ plus, the pride community. You understand? The For You pride. Good night, man. It's just so disgusting, man, of what we have to see in America, man. It's to the point now where you can't even watch any type of TV show, man. And when I mean any type of TV show, man. If you find a TV show that don't have no type of form of homosexuality, man, listen, man, forward those to me, man. You understand? If you don't find any if you don't find any movie for that matter, man, you know what I'm saying? Because they're sneaking it with the movies as well too, man.
Right.
These movies, these TV shows, these commercials. Good night, man. Listen, man, we're trying to warn you of what's forthcoming, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is biblical prophecy as well too, man. Let's see here. Okay. I'm gonna read this last part one more time, man, because this is just so disgusting, man. It says, Mr. Biden said that almost 14% of his 1,500 appointees to various government agencies identify as LGBTQ plus community, man. 14% out of the 1,500, man. Yikes, man. Yikes. 14% out of 1,500 people identify as the LGBTQ plus community. And you know what's so crazy? It's probably more than that, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, of course, you know what I'm saying, like I was bringing up earlier, a lot of people, they are scared, you know what I'm saying, to come out the quote-unquote closet, man. Scared, you know what I'm saying, because they don't want, you know, their family members, they don't want their friends to know that they identify as one of these LGBTQ plus people, or, you know, whatever the case may be, man. I am particularly honored by the service of transportation security. Good night. Pete Buttigieg, the first openly LGBTQ plus person to serve in the cabinet, and Assistant Health Security Dr. Rachel Levine, the first openly transgender person to be confirmed by the state. Mr. Biden said, "Yeah, that woman right there. Well, what is she? Transgender? The Rachel Levine. She was the person you know that I was talking about as far as, you know, being over, you know what I'm saying, like the health security. But now he has another
Damn.
person. Who is this? It don't even say, you know what I'm saying, like what he identified as. It says that he's the first openly LGBTQ plus person to serve in the cabinet. It don't even say if he's a transgender. It don't say if he's a queer. He just, you know, he a part of that plus, man. That's what I'm gonna put it as. He is a part of that plus, because we all know, according to America, that there's 33 genders. You was about to say something, sir? So like,
It's like, wow, you got it.
okay, come on. Let's read that part one more time, man. Just so we can understand, you know, the brainwashing and what in the agenda that they're targeting Black spanking Native Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, of course, who we are voting for, who are we truly letting in office, and how are they literally are bending us over, man. Literally bending us over, and just doing anything that they want to do with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Physically and mentally, man. I am particularly honored by the service of transportation security, Pete Buttigieg, the first openly LGBTQ plus person to serve in the cabinet, and Assistant Health Security, Dr. Rachel Levine, the first openly transgender person to be confirmed by the Senate. Good night. But the president also noted the struggles many LGBTQ plus individuals still go through, such as lacking fundamental rights and dignity in hospitals, schools, public accommodation, and other spaces. I wonder why. They are looked upon as, you know, as not human. You understand? I wonder why they are looked upon as, man, like, who made you this way?
Right.
You understand? Who truly made you this way, man? To just think that you can just freely and openly identify as this quote unquote community when it comes to the LGBTQ plus. It says that they still go through fundamental rights and dignities in hospitals, schools, public accommodations, and other places, man. You understand? Oh, come on, you got it, sir.
Yeah, so like, I'm just gonna go off what you said. I have yet to see any transgenders get yanked out the car by the police and shot for being a transgender.
That is true.
I have yet seen, you know, transgenders serve out slavery.
Right, that is true.
I have not seen that yet.
That is true. You know what I'm saying? And that's a heavy point. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, if a transgender get pulled over, they're gonna automatically say, "Oh, well, you know, are you pulling me over because I'm part of the LGBTQ plus community?" And then what's gonna happen? They're gonna get off scot-free, man. And the crazy thing about it is, they may even let some black people get away with that, man.
Right.
You understand? All because they're a part of the LGBTQ plus community. In all actuality, they are a part of white supremacy.
Right.
You understand? They are a part of white society when you decide to join this LGBTQ plus quote unquote community, man. You are part of white society. You are a part of making America great again. You are a part of the brainwashing and downfall of the quote unquote black spanking Native Indians, man. That's what you're a part of, man. You understand? You are a part of the what did that one woman say? Man, what was that woman that's over Planned Parenthood? You understand? Oh, what's her name? It's on the tip of my tongue. But of course, we all know that Hillary Clinton, supported her as well too. You understand? As far as exterminating the black race, man. You understand? Let's see. He also acknowledged that the country is still seeing a tragic spike in violence against transgender women of color. Have we seen any of this on mainstream media? You understand? Of course, they want to just throw this in. You understand? I'm pretty sure it's probably only 4 to 5, cases pertaining to this. Maybe not even that, man. He said he also wanted to acknowledge that the country is still seeing a tragic spike in violence against transgender women of color, meaning a black man that want to identify as a woman. Just like, sir, you got it, sir.
And to go on what you're saying, the only reason you seeing a spike with that amongst the black men who classify themselves as LGBTQ community, because they're lying to the men that they're sleeping with.
Right.
Or they're trying to expose the men that they're with.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those situations where those transgenders were killed, a lot of them was shot and murdered because they were not telling the men that they were really women.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the men were finding out, and I don't get it how you don't know. I don't get it. I'm not even going to think about it. But when they find out or when they're about to get exposed, that's when they decide to kill the transgender.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a lot of cases like that. I forgot where it was at.
Mm-hmm.
They said they found a couple of them dead. One of them was shot in the front seat of the car.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you looked in the comment section, somebody from the neighborhood where the homosexual stayed said he was always trying to expose and play people. And somebody shot him in the head.
Good night. Good night, man. You understand? Of course, we all understand that, the fake Israelite group, you understand, they had a person that thought that it was okay to, have some relations with a transgender and end up killing that transgender. You understand? So, of course, that exposed both parties, man. As far as the fake Israelite group thinking that it's okay to, be on a quote-unquote DL, but then, of course, get, passive-aggressive, when everything hits the fan. So let's go and keep on reading, man, for time's sake, man, because this is another article that I want to read as well, too, pertaining to this, and then we're going to get a few scriptures, and then we're going to, rock and roll. Of course, and as always, like I forgot to mention that, if y'all got any questions or comments, of course, man, make sure y'all type those in, and we'll be able to get to those accordingly as well, too. They can be on or off topic. People who identify as LGBTQ+, especially youth who defy sex or gender norms, experience bullying and discrimination at school and are at a high risk of self-harm and death by suicide, Mr. Biden said. Now, Joe Biden, of course, he legalized, of course, as far as, when it comes to these sports, as far as, saying that a transgender can, perform in a sport where they identify as, man. So that means, you got, Joe, identifying as, Jackie, you understand, on that track field is going to dust, you understand, every female, when it comes to, track, soccer, basketball, football, whatever the case may be. Now you have, this person, making it, almost impossible, for an actual woman to, win these sporting events, man. Now what happens? Of course, jealousy comes along and, people want to, beat them up. And, of course, like Joe Biden said, that they are, quote unquote, they have the self-harm in depth and committing suicide. Well, why don't you just be a man?
Right.
Why don't you just be a sis? It could be all so simple, man. Be all so simple. But of course, America wants to complicate everything, man. You gonna say something?
You had a couple compliments in the
Okay, come on, sir.
Shark said Dirty Joe got some heavy sugar in his tank.
Right.
He said the LGBTQ got more power than the fake Jews damn near.
Right. That is the truth, man. That is a true statement, man. You understand? Because their laws, man, listen, man. Joe Biden, he's going to stand on what he stands on, man, when it comes to fighting for America and fighting for the LGBTQ plus community, man. You understand? We brought out a couple articles when it comes to celebrating these quote unquote Mother's Day and Father's Day. You understand? Now, of course, back in Mother's Day they were saying, oh well, you can't say Happy Mother's Day to Jan, or that's really John. You understand? You can't say Happy Mother's Day. So now, of course, Father's Day is coming around. Now what's going to happen? You can't say Happy Father's Day anymore. Now, of course, we don't, support, these wicked holidays. We're just trying to see how they're going against their own quote unquote Constitution and their own, celebrations to do what? To show some type of solidarity, some type of, peace and pride for these homosexuals, for these lesbians, for these queers, for these transgenders. That's what they're doing, man. They're going against their own Constitution, man. Mr. Biden criticized some conservative states who have decided to actively target transgenders youth through discriminatory bills that defy our nation's values of inclusive and freedom for all. The president noted that he reversed the ban on transgender individuals serving in the military, which was reinstated by Mr. Trump. Let's keep on reading. Mr. Biden noted that he has signed an executive order affirming all qualified Americans will be able to serve in the armed forces of the United States. Let's read that again. Mr. Biden noted that he has signed on an executive order affirming all qualified Americans will be able to serve in an armed force of the United States, including patriotic transgender Americans. So you're telling me now, once again, you understand, they're going up against their own Constitution. They're going up against their own beliefs in allowing these transgenders to do what? Join the Army, join the Marines, join drill team. The what's the one in high school? Is it called JOCC or man? I'm probably butchering that name. You understand? So you telling me once again, when it comes to this LGBTQ plus community, now these are going to be the ones that are going to be on the forefront for quote unquote America. Now, of course, you understand, we all understand that we do not agree, joining with the with the Army of America. Why? Because we have our own army here within the school, man. You understand? Serving the Lord. You understand? This is the Lord's army here within the Isupk under Commander General Hanna, man. But of course, America, you understand? So you telling me, you understand, when Christ comes back with the 200 million angels, that they're going to be going up against transgenders, queers. You understand? It's going to be easy. You understand? That is going to be something to see, man. But that's what America wants, man. You understand? And it's funny how, you understand, how it seems like, man, like, good grief, man. Like, what is America truly coming to, man? America is coming to damnation, man. You understand? America is going to burn, man, for what they have done to so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians when it comes to this LGBTQ plus community, man. They say a patriotic transgender American who can once again proudly and openly serve their nation in uniform. Good night, man.
Damn.
We got the transgender that's going to be proudly and proudly and openly serve their nation in uniform, man. But which one? Oh, you got something to say? Shall
I was about to say what you was about to say. What are they going? What are they going to wear?
Right.
Nobody's going to take this army serious.
Listen, man. Listen, man. I know Russia and China and the Japanese and whichever army, man. They looking like, oh man, we about to go up against a bunch of transgenders. Oh, this finna be a breeze. You understand? This finna be a breeze, man. Cause good night, man. Like, what are they truly going to wear? You understand? How are they going to cover up their breast? You understand? How is that going to work, man? You understand? I mean, like, are they just going to have, men and women and then the LGBTQ plus community right there? With the flag on them and everything, show they can be an easy target, man. Good night, man. They're going to be an easy target with that LGBTQ plus flag on them, man. On their on their arms or on their chest, man. Once again, man, this is all proof. This is all all throughout the article, man. So let's go ahead and keep on reading. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read that one more time, man. Mr. Biden noted that hasn't signed an executive order affirming all qualified Americans will be able to serve in the armed forces of the United States, including patriotic transgenders, Americans who can once again proudly and openly serve their nation in uniform. To those on the front lines of equality and democracy movements around the world, Mr. Biden says, he says, we see you. He says, we see you, we support you, and we are inspired by your courage and accept nothing less than full equality, man. This is coming from your president. You understand? This is what your president is pushing on your minds to believe when it comes to this LGBTQ plus community, man. This is what they want to believe. Just like, sir, you got it, sir.
It's crazy because a story just came out on it just now that I just looked and seen.
Mm-hmm.
It says transgender weightlifter in Olympics is unfair to female athletes. Rival says.
Good night, man. I mean, come on now, like how they gonna go against their own? You understand? Like their own rules and their own constitution and what they're quote unquote believe in. You understand? Once again, this is biblical prophecy, man.
Dang.
You understand? This is biblical prophecy, and this is happening right before your eyes, man. Come on, sir.
So like it's so sad when you read the article because this man is 43 years old.
Oh, good night.
So it obviously goes to show you he could not compete with men.
Right.
He couldn't compete with real men. So rather than that, he just said, I'm going to win something.
Right.
I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old woman.
Good night.
And now all of the women are saying, this is unfair.
Damn, they saying this is beyond me. Good night, man. 43 years old, and he's competing in a weightlifting contest?
He's competing in the Olympics.
In the Olympics. Good night, man. Now we got the transgenders taking over the Olympics now. Come on, man. What is America coming to, man? I can tell you, man, America is coming. Babylon the Great is falling, man. Right before your eyes, man. Good night, man. I'm gonna read that last part one more time, man, because this is just so. This is what America wants you to believe, man. This is coming out of Joe Biden's mouth. It says to those on the front lines of the equality of democracy movement around the world, Mr. Biden says, we see you, we support you, and we are inspired by your courage to accept nothing less than full equality. He said he will continue to pressure Congress to pass the Equality Act in order to ensure civil rights protection for the LGBTQ plus community and families across the country, man. Did he not say that he was going to do this on his first day? On his first day, this is what he said he was going to do. And now you're seeing the wickedness and the sexual deviant mindset that Joe Biden has. And you know what's so crazy? He wants you to have that same sexual deviant mindset that he has, man. The same, I'm talking about identical mindset that Joe Biden has, that Barack Obama had, man. The list goes on and on, man. These quote unquote Christian leaders, quote unquote, pastors, deacons, the leaders of the black community, man. When it comes to America, this is what they want you to believe, man. And they just had who was that? Was that Al Sharpton supporting the quote unquote stop hate, the stop Asian hate? Good night, man. Where was he at? You understand, when the blacks were getting hate on, man? You understand? Where was he at when our Hispanic brothers was getting transported across the border, man? Where was he at when our Native Indian brothers and sisters are living in the process of living in reservoirs, which they are now? Where was he at then, man? But of course, when it comes to the Asians, he's going to be on the forefront for the Asians, man. You understand? Let me read that last part again, man. He said he would continue to pressure Congress to pass the Equality Act in order to ensure civil rights protection for the LGBTQ plus people and families across the country. Pride Month was established in 1999. 1999, man. We in 2021 right now, man. You got, sir.
Didn't Prince make a song say we're gonna party like it's 19?
Right. He did. And what's happening now, man?
Dang.
We are partying as America, not ISUBK. Everyone in the world, they are partying with the LGBTQ plus community, man. You understand? People cannot wait for these rallies and these quote unquote marching and these stances and all this nonsense. It's just like, you was about to say something, sir?
You had a comment from Sister Ayana. She said Biden elected the first transgender to be America's health secretary. His name is Rachel Levine.
Yeah, says,
His
yeah.
real name is Richard Levine.
All right, Richard, we see you out there, Richard. You know what I'm saying, man? Get that sister a hand. You know what I'm saying? We did bring that out earlier. You know what I'm saying? Sister is creating a proven fact. You understand? A proven fact, man, that Joe Biden is hiring these people, man. What we said, 14% of the 1,500 people that he has, you know what I'm saying, within government identify as these transgenders, man. Like I said earlier, I believe that number is just a little higher because a lot of people are still, which, it is what it is at this point, man. They can do whatever they wants to do. You understand? But of course, man, we all understand that, when it comes to the number games, telling what could happen. Pride Month was established in 1999 by President Bill Clinton. At the time, it was called Gay and Lesbian Pride Month. Look how it expanded. So of course, this was just supposed to be for homosexuals and lesbians. Mr. Clinton said he was proud of his administration's work to end discrimination against gays and lesbians and to ensure that they have the same rights guaranteed to their fellow Americans, man. Once again, everybody loved Bill Clinton. Mr. Clinton issued another proclamation in June of 2000 before George W. Bush declined to recognize June as Pride Month, leaving the tradition dormant until the election of your president, Barack Obama. Once again, man, we don't agree with any type of, presidential or, Senate, House of Senate, whatever the case may be. We don't agree with any of that, man. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we can go against homosexuality, man. We can go against these transgenders and lesbians and queers and whatever the case may be, man. June 1st is the start of Pride Month, but on the date of 2020, scenes of chaos were taking place outside the White House. Police and members of the National Guard forcefully cleared peaceful protesters from Lafayette Square on the north side of the presidential compound using tear gas. Racial justice protesters were moved so that Mr. Trump could walk to a nearby church and pose in front of the building with a Bible.
Damn. Damn.
Let's read that again. It says racial justice protesters were moved so that Donald Trump could walk to a nearby church and pose in front of the building with the Bible, man. Now, of course, man, we all understand that Donald Trump is a devil that the Bible speaks of. We all understand that Joe Biden is a devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Of course, you understand when it comes to Donald Trump, I believe, he was trying to, say that, of course, the LGBTQ plus community is not in the Bible, which he is correct, when it comes to that. But of course, man, what about our Mexican brothers, man, that he locked up, man?
Right.
And had our kids sleeping in aluminum foil bags, man. You understand? He tried to do one kind act, you understand, and everything else is just out the door, man. What about when he said that, oh, man, let's do him like the old times, you understand, when we used to kick him in the face and punch him and beat him and drag him with cars. We're going to forget about that, right? We not. You may have, but we did not, man. You understand? Let's see here. All right. Let's go ahead and go to let's get some scriptures now, man. Because of course, you understand, we voted for him. You understand? Because we thought that he was going to do everything right. I'm going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 30. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits, man. You understand? Because of course, black Jamaican Native Indians, the ones that are in the world, the ones that agree with the LGBTQ plus community, they want us to just agree with America. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us to bring forth these articles, you know what I'm saying, and pull out this heavy information pertaining to how our oppressor is brainwashing us, man. And how they want us to put our pride in them. Put our pride in everything that they have to say versus what the scripture says, man. Versus what we say when we say follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Versus when we say, stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Versus when we say, don't sleep with another man's wife. When we say, sis, cover your behind. When we say, sis, get off the strip pole. When we say, sis, be a righteous woman. When we say to the brothers, be a man. Don't be a coward. Don't make excuses. They say we wrong. They say we wrong for trying to raise up so-called black Jamaican Native Indians and come back to their true identity, man. come back to that true DNA, man. Because it's already within us. You understand? We want to do right as Black Spanking Native Indians, but of course, evil is always present, man.
Right.
That's why you have to continue to shed yourself of the world every single day, man. Because what we just read right there is what America believes, man. We don't believe that whatsoever, man. And we're telling you day in and day out, man, to continue to shed yourself of the world, man. Continue to do this over and over and over again, man. Read this again. It says, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits, man. Now, when it says speak to us smooth things, man, we're going to hold that, man. We're going to go to the book of Psalm, man. Psalm 55 and 21. And we're going to show you, man, how these scriptures line up perfectly, man. This is a book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21 said, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Now, in Isaiah 30 and verse 10, it says, speak unto us smooth things, man. Once again, it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. It says, but war was in his heart, man. War is in Joe Biden's heart, man. Why? Because he wants to war against the Most High chosen people, man. And the Most High chosen people, they don't want to listen to what the priests and prophets have to say, man. You understand? They want to hear these smooth things, man. And they want us to go to war with them as the devil does, man. As Joe Biden does, man. That's what they want, man. Once again, it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. Which they have drawn swords, man. Physically and mentally, man. You know what I'm saying? They are killing us more. It seemed like now, you know what I'm saying? Of course, when we take it back to slavery, it's like it was more so a physical thing, man. It was more a physical aspect of how, they killed us or they raped us, robbed us, took everything from us. Now it's not so more of a physical thing. Now it's more of a mental thing, man. And of course, when you get to the mindset of Black Spanking Native Indians, easily influence, man. Easily persuade to do what? To do whatever you have at their footstep, man. Whatever you have at their doorstep, man. Whatever you have that's going to trigger their mind to do everything that's against the Most High, man. Why? Because they want to hear those smooth things, man. They want to hear that everything's going to be all right. They want to hear that it's okay to be a part of the LGBTQ plus community. They want to hear that, hey, it's okay for me to sleep with another man's wife. They want to hear, oh, hey, listen, it's okay. Everything's going to be all right, man.
Right.
That's what they want to hear. But we're telling you that, of course, our oppressor is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. And y'all look at us crazy, man. For what they have done to you and your family and to your nation and to your community. But we the crazy ones, right? Apparently we are, man. But we are showing you in the Bible, man, of how everything is set up and how they use their words to persuade and influence and target Black Spanking Native Indians to believe in any and everything they want you to believe in, man. It's like that cycle of damnation, that cycle of brainwashing, that cycle of unrighteousness. It's just a cycle over and over and over again. And where is it going? It's going through all the generations of Black Spanking Native Indians. That's where it's going, man. It's going to the generations of your soon to be grandkids, soon to be kids. That's where it's going. Everybody understands how to have a baby. Everybody understands that, what we're seeing on mainstream media and all throughout TV and the TV shows and the movies, it's all what? It's pushing this homosexuality. It's pushing this agenda and targeting our little ones to the point where what? They can look at it as it's just normal, as this is how life's supposed to be. You understand? Which of course, you understand, we are telling you that that's not true whatsoever, man. Let me read these scriptures again. So once again, I was Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. It says, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. It says, verse 11 says, get out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to seize before us, man. You understand? They don't want us to speak this truth, man. You understand? They don't want us to proclaim and have pride in these scriptures, man. And have pride in some dignity to be a man and to be a virtuous woman. And to be a war-like man. Because God is a man at war. Christ is a man of war. You understand? So what should we do, man? We should be as warriors as well, too, man. Should we not? In Psalm chapter 55 and verse 21, it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. It says, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn in swords, man. We're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17. We're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, man. So we can go in and see on this whole voting, man, and how it has destroyed Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians to believe that, we supposed to vote what's trending. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden was trending, man. Joe Biden said out of his own mouth, if black people do not vote for me, you're not black. You don't identify as a black person if you do not vote for me. So what did black people do? They went out and voted for him, man. That's what they did, man. You understand? The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, and verse 14. When thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shall possesses it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me like all the nations that are about me. Thou shalt in any wise set him a king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose from among thy brethren. Shalt thou set a king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Man. You have to ask yourself, is Joe Biden your brother?
Right.
Of course, if you're a Christian, you're going to say, oh, of course he's our brother. But of course, we all know all throughout this Bible that it talks about the Israelites, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. It says it's supposed to be a man of your own brethren, man. You understand? It doesn't say that you can just pick anyone. It doesn't say that you can just choose anyone. You understand? It says it has to be a person of your kindred, man. The ones that are of your brethren, man. Let's read that again, man. Once again, it's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 17, verses 14. It says, when thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like all of the nations there are about me. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose, one from among thy brethren. Shalt thou set a king over thee, not thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brethren, man. Listen, this is self-explanatory right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, beating around the bush. It's straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we don't, of course, agree with Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump, Barack Obama, whatever the case may be, man. Why? Because they are not of our brethren, man. You understand? They are not of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Not from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, or Issachar, man. They are not of the 12 tribes of Israel. So what? So we don't vote for them, man. Did the Most High choose them? Not at all, man. We didn't have no more comments or anything, so did we? All right, Most High Christ. Let's go to the book of Romans. This is the book of Romans, chapter 10. We're going to start at verse 1. It says, Brethren, my heart's desire in prayer to God of Israel is that they might be saved. Of course, you understand, we want, as far as all black spanking native Indians, to come back to their heritage, come back to their DNA, man. Come back to what they are supposed to be doing according to this Bible, man. Verse 2, it says, For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge, man. Just think about if we had all of this pride that we put in Joe Biden and the LGBTQ plus community, and we were to do what? Follow the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You understand? Everybody loved Barack Obama. You understand? Even some people love Joe Biden as well. Like Donald Trump as well. But of course, everybody loves Dirty Joe.
Right.
Everybody loves him, man. Everybody says, like that's my president, man. Yeah. Of course I voted for him. Of course I'm with the LGBTQ plus community. Of course I'm with bestiality, man. Which of course is another thing that's slowly trending. That bestiality is slowly trending, and I would not be surprised if we do not see it linger down here to America, man. I won't be surprised of how it's going up in Canada. You can legally marry your dog.
Right.
You understand? But quote unquote not having sexual intercourse with your dog, of course. By all means, man. Please don't do that. But you can marry it though. I won't be surprised if you see that agenda pushed amongst black spanking native Indians, man, and pushed amongst America, man. You understand? It's like we have, you understand, that zeal, man. You understand? And you know what's so crazy? We have the zeal to hate our brothers and sisters, man. But that's not according to these scriptures, man. Because according to the scriptures, what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to love our brothers and sisters, man. Wholeheartedly, man. Hardcore, straight up and down. But what do, man? We want to go at war with them, man. Why? Because that's what America wants, man. Truly, that's what Joe Biden wants, man. Joe Biden wants us to go against one another in war against one another, man. Same with Donald Trump. That's what Donald Trump wanted, man. You understand? Dylan Storm Roof, man. Good night, man. The Charleston 9. Think about it, man. Went in there, killed nine innocent people. He said he wanted to ignite a race war And then what? Now his quote unquote, attorney is saying that he wanted to plead, in insanity. And what did Dylan Ruth Storm say, man? He said, "No, I am not insane. I know exactly what I did, man." That just shows you, for one, of course, how much white society they are for their own and trying to help one another, and two, how Dylan Storm Ruth is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You understand? It's two scenarios right there, man. How they are trying to come together, and how they are trying to help each other out, and then of course, two, showing you how much of a devil that they truly are, man. I mean, just think about it. If Black Spank and Native Indians would have that zeal of helping one another, man. But of course, man, because that's what we want here, within the truth and ISUBK. But of course, America wants totally opposite of what we say, man.
Right.
They want you to kill your brothers and sisters, man. They want you to do all of these horrible things to our sisters, man. To the kids, man. Think about, all the stories, that we done brought out in past classes when it comes to of having a single mother raising a child, and what happens? A homosexual comes in and what? Rape the little boy, rape the little girl. And then women always say, "Oh, well, I don't need a man. I don't need a man for this. I don't need a man for that." But you depend on a homosexual to rape your son while you're at work because he's quote unquote a part of the family, man. It's just something to think about, man. Something to think about, for your sisters that, think that you don't need a man around. You understand? Because a true man, is not going to do any harm to those kids, man, while you at work, man. A real man is going to make sure that those kids have something to eat, making sure that they go outside and play, man, within proximity of our eyes, man. But of course, looking on to America, they want to experiment, because that's what this whole LGBTQ plus community is just an experiment, man, to see how many people they can persuade to come to their community,
right,
to come to the dark side, to come to their side. When are we going to have pride for our own selves, man? When are we going to have pride in so-called Black Spank and Native Indians, man? When are we going to have pride for Pookie in the hood, man? Pookie in the hood is strung out on drugs, man. Starkeisha cannot get off that strip pole, man. When are we going to have pride for our people, man? And try to uplift them. And, show some type of solidarity act towards them. No, man. We want to show it to America. We want to show it to these homosexuals. We want to show it to these lesbians, the transgenders, the queers, the plus, the quote-unquote 33 genders. That's what we want to show it for, man. That's what we put our pride into, man. 1 second here. You're gonna go back to the book of Isaiah. We're going to go out to the book of Isaiah, chapter 55. I'm going to start at verse 6. Once again, it's the book of Isaiah. Is there a cold bottle of water in there, sir?
It's like that. Where you
I'm sorry, crash. So let me just get a little swig of this water. Let me just throw it. Sorry. No, I'm too off this right here. The water, sir. is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." Verse 7, it says, "Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon." Man. Listen, man, we got to come back to our roots, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to come back to what's naturally ours, man, and what's rightfully ours when it comes to these scriptures, man. And stop allowing America to brainwash you, man. You understand? Stop allowing America to have her way with you, man. Listen, man, let America burn by itself, man. But don't allow yourself to burn with it, man. Have some pride, have some dignity within yourself to say, I live in America, but I'm not American. You understand? Like they always say, what was it? Was Ruth a Moabite? You understand? Of course, you understand Ruth. So joined there, but of course she was not, man. She was of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that you just because you live in America that you have to abide, by their ways and by, what they think that they want to do. No, man. Not at all, man. You can do exactly, man, what these laws, statutes, and commandments tell you to do, man. Abide by these, man. Abide by what this scripture says. Once again, it says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him." You understand? "While he is near. Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon," man. Meaning that, of course, if you come to the Most High, you understand, and you do everything in your ability to be a righteous brother or to be a righteous sister, listen, man, he is going to pardon his ways, man. Just like the scripture says in the New Testament, man. It says you are a new creature, man. All those old things are past, man. Think about the rules and protocols that we have within the school. Think about all the rules and protocols that we have in the school, man. Shedding yourself of the world, man. Doing your 90 days. Learning your true culture. Learning your nationality. Learning who you are, man. Because America wants you to be a part of that LGBTQ plus community.
Right.
And they want you to put your pride in what they believe in, man. And what they stand for, man. But we're simply just saying, man, stand on this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Abide with this truth, man. Understand this truth, man. And come back to your roots, man. And understand that, of course, you are a Hebrew Israelite according to the scriptures, man. And that you don't have to accept this LGBTQ plus community, man. You understand? Read the scripture one more time, then we're going to go to the next one. And once again, it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." 7. Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he would abundantly pardon. You understand? Verse 8, it says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says the Lord," man. So you have to ask yourself, man, is being a part of the LGBTQ plus community a part of the Most High ways, or is it a part of America ways, man? You understand? Is, of course, accepting the LGBTQ plus community and everything wicked that it has to do with is a part of the Most High ways, or is it a part of your ways or of America ways, man? You understand? That's what you have to ask yourself, man. Once again, it says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord," man. You understand? We have to understand that, you understand, what we're thinking that is right in all actuality is wrong when it comes to what America wants for you and what America pushes and targets on your head, man. All throughout your mindset. That's what they want you to believe, though, man. That's what they want you to hearken unto, man. But the Most High is saying, hearken unto His words, man. Not unto what America has, but unto what He has, man, and what He wants to do for you, man. Let me see. Give me 1 second here. Let's go to the book of, let me see here. We're going to go to the book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 9. Once again, this is a book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 9, man. You understand? And we need to understand, man, that these evil thoughts, man, it's not righteous. It's not righteous to have those evil thoughts amongst your brothers and sisters, man. Quote unquote hating on brothers and sisters, man, for whatever the case may be, man. Whether they're rich, whether they're wealthy, whether they're poor, whatever the case may be, man. We should not be hating on our brothers and sisters, man. Versus we should be uplifting our brothers and sisters, man.
Right.
You understand? We should be encouraging our brothers and sisters to come out of America, man. And come out of her ways, man. And let her fall and let her have her peace, man. And let her have her heaven, man. And truly come out of America, man. Okay, count. Yeah, Romans chapter 12 and verse 9, sir.
Book of Romans chapter 12, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Let love be without dissimulation.
It says, let love be without dissimulation, man. And that word dissimulation means having those evil thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, when you love someone, what? That's showing an action, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, think about, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, with this particular scripture right here, with what we just said as far as let love be without dissimulation, man. Meaning, like, do an act of service and not having it in your mindset as, well, I was just doing this so, you know, I can, you know, say that I did something for a black person, or, you know, I'm doing this so, you know, I can, you know, say that I did something for, you know, one of my brothers that's of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Is that not what America does?
Right.
That's what America does. Do they not? Good night, man. They try to have, Black History Month. Quote unquote Black History Month, right? They say, oh, well, you know, we're going to give them their own month, which is the shortest month of the year, mind you. Which, of course, they don't have anything nowadays, man. Anything dealing with Black history whatsoever. Come on now. This is exactly what our oppressor does, man. You know what I'm saying? They are very, very prideful of deceiving us, man. Saying, oh, well, you know, if you do X, Y, and Z, you're going to get A, B, and C.
Right.
Well, how come we just can't do it out of a loving act, man? Showing your appreciation for another black man. Showing your appreciation for another black woman. And, of course, when we mean black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? Because black, Hispanic, and Native Indian lives matter, man. In this truth, man. But, of course, in America, only black lives matter, right? What about our Hispanic brothers, man? What about the Native Indian brothers, man? What about them? You understand? Oh, well, you know, they just have their own identity, which is true, of course, of the 12 tribes of Israel. But what we're saying is, man, don't be like Americans when it comes to showing that kind act to your brothers and sisters, man. Love hard when it comes to loving your brothers and sisters, man. And not having those evil thoughts when it comes to serving the Most High chosen people. Why? Because, of course, man, the Most High knowing that you having those evil thoughts, man. And once again, it says, let love be without dissimulation, man. Don't have those evil thoughts run in your mind, man, saying that, oh, well, okay, I'm going to do this because, a person outranks me, or, a person is under me and he needs my help. No, man, just do it. You understand? It can be all so simple if we just love the hell out of one another, man.
Right.
It can be all so simple, man. If we can show some damn pride in, the LGBTQ plus community, man, like, where's the pride for Pookie, man? You know what I'm saying? Where's the pride for John on the block, man? Where's the love for them, man? Where's the love for the brothers and sisters that are illegally put in reservoirs in their own land, man? Where's the love for our SUBCRIBE brothers that are getting shoved across the borders right now, man? You understand? Where's the love for all the Black Spanking Native Indians that are incarcerated right now, man? Where's the love for them? Oh, well, they don't, identify as the LGBTQ, plus community. So, we can't deal with them. Good night. And I cannot wait to see them in the prison system, man. They're going to get treated uprightly, man. In that prison, man. Don't allow, man, one person, get some type of charge that's going to stick and they have to do some time. Good night, man. They're gonna be all gravy in there, man. They're gonna have nothing to worry about there, man. Let's go ahead and read that scripture again, man. Shalai, sir.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 9. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil.
It says abhor that which is evil, man. You know what I'm saying? Get all of that evil out of your mindset, man. Whatever it is, if you have an issue, just like the scripture says, if you have an issue with a brother, take it to that brother, man. Pull the brother to the side, man. Call that brother up and say, Shalakia, sir, Shalakia, Ak. I don't like the way you talk to me. I don't like how you didn't follow that order. Call your sisters up. Say, hey, listen, sis, I don't like how you looked at me. You understand? I don't like that. You understand? Let's continue to build up this nation. And of course, you understand, everything hopefully and, prayerfully will be squashed. You understand? Whether, the sister look at you, some kind of way, and it may just be that, she had a bad day. And you may take it a totally different way, man. That's why we have to call one another, man. You understand? Don't be like, what how America wants you to be, man. You understand? Being distant from your brothers and sisters, man. Being distant from your loved ones. That's what they want, man. And that's why they set up these quote unquote holidays, man.
Right.
Because they want you to be so distant from them that the only time you can be forced to be around them is on their holidays, man. And what happens? Killings happen. All these secrets come out. You understand? They just show how much they hate you, how much they don't love you. But of course, here in the ISUBK, man, listen, our brotherhood and sisterhood dwells righteously, man. You understand? We love our brothers and sisters, man. You understand? We have cookouts coming up, man. You understand? We do cookout on the regular, man. You understand? We do come around each other regularly, man. It's just not, on high holy days. It's all throughout the year, man. Why? Because we truly love one another, man. Let's keep on reading, sir, if you don't mind.
Okay. Cleave to that which is good.
It said do what?
Cleave to that which is good.
It says cleave to that which is good, man. Isn't it a good thing to love your brother? Isn't it a good thing and pleasant thing and prideful thing to see brothers dwelling together in unity?
Right.
Sisters not attacking one another? Sisters that are fully clothed? Isn't that not a good thing to see? But of course, you want to do exactly what America wants you to do, man. You understand? That's what's going to happen, man. That's what wants to quote unquote be done here in America, man. They want us to do everything that's evil. They don't want to show us. They don't want to show no. They don't want us to show no respect and reverence when it comes to truly serving Black spanking Native Indians, man. You understand? Let's keep reading, sir, if you don't mind.
Come, verse 9. Let love be without slack. Verse 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another.
You say what?
Be kindly affectionate one to another.
Listen, man, we have to be kindly and affectionate one to another, man. And it's not talking about no homosexual lesbian way either,
Right.
man. You know what I'm saying? Because of course every lesbian and homosexual, they're going to use this scripture and say, look, man, listen, man, the Bible says be kindly affectionate one to another. But it says with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another, man. Listen, man, when you prefer one another, man, you're putting that brother or sister life before yours, man. You understand? You are showing and truly showing that you give a damn about them, man. You are truly and showing that they are the greatest people that have ever walked the face of this earth, man. That's what you're doing, man, when you're preferring them over yourself, man. That's what's truly happening. You understand? The law of brotherhood and sisterhood is just obsolete in the Black community in the world, man. Why? I mean, look at America now, man. Look at Babylon the Great now, man. Look what's happening to it, man. It's crumbling right before your eyes, and you still want to love it. You still want to show some type of reverence to some homosexual community, man. Some fake Israelite group camp that agrees with LGBTQ plus community, man. I would not be surprised, man, if a fake Israelite group come out and say that they support Black Lives Matter in the LGBTQ plus community, man. I would not be surprised if that happened, man. Why? Because, man, that's America's agenda, man. They want us to believe now that we are Hebrew Israelites, and now saying that we quote unquote agree with what's going on with America, man. And that's just not right, man. You understand? Because the Lord wants something more beautiful for you, man. Something more precious for you, man. That's what we want here in the ISUPK, man. You understand? We want that true love to dwell within your mindsets, man. To dwell within your hearts, man. And give a damn about your people, man. That's just true. That's just straight up and down, man. That's the hardcore, cutthroat truth when it comes to how America wants you to live and how we want you to live, man. According to the Bible, man. Not according to what we say, but according to what the Bible says, man. America, they're going on, with their own constitution, breaking their own constitution, breaking their own laws and holidays. But what we're teaching is biblical proof, man. Biblical prophecy according to these scriptures, man. But of course, man, everything's going to come to the light, man. You understand? Everything's going to come full circle, man. Everything's going to come to the point everyone's going to know that we were not lying, man. That we were not lying to our people, man. That's what it's going to come to, man. I'm trying to get a couple more scriptures, man. We're going We're going to try to rock this out, man. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. Let me try to get this one here, man. We're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 1. And I'll read it, sir. You too wide, sir.
Sure.
Yeah, sir. Let me make sure. We ain't have no comments or questions online or anything like that, sir, do we?
Wow.
Should be too wild. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 1. Of course, man, you understand, we need to, of course, get history, you understand, because, of course, everyone, just, think that, of course, when we say that, we shouldn't vote, for, Joe Biden and, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, whatever the case may be, they just think that we're just saying that because, we're quote unquote hating on, what they are about when it comes to the black community, man. No, man. We are quote unquote hating or, telling you to go against them because it's biblical, man. We just read in Deuteronomy as well, too, which we're in Deuteronomy now, where it says that it has to be of your own brethren, man. And we're about to give you a prime example of why we say when it comes to this voting that you should not vote for your oppressor, man. Because they are going to lie to you. They are going to be very, very deceitful to you, man. And they are going to want you to be just like them, man.
Right.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1. It says, "And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day." Once again, man, this is Moses, man. It says he was with the elders of Israel, commanding the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day, man. Of course, man, we all know that homosexuality is a sin all throughout the scriptures, man. And good night, man. America then took homosexuality and they didn't just, they didn't have their way with that, man. They didn't flipped it and turned it out and, they didn't, did, backflips with it and everything, man. To the point, man, where it's like, man, good night, man. 33 genders?
Dang.
How is that possible? Someone please explain that to me, man. Please explain that to me, man. 33 genders? Good night, man. But of course, we all understand now that, of course, when it comes to, voting for who you quote unquote should be voting for and what you should be doing when it comes to following these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. We all should understand that by now. You understand? We all should understand that by now, man. Go to. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Let's go to the book of Joshua. Yeah, Joshua chapter 1. And this can be the last scripture here. Come on now. Joshua chapter 1.
I got a comment too in the chat.
Okay, come on. What's the comment?
Shar said, Most High said he made man and woman. It's like they just threw that out the window.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man, Shar is 100% correct, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High made man and woman to be exactly that, man and woman, man. But of course, you know what I'm saying, and we're not gonna go there. If you go to the book of Romans, chapter 1 and starting at verse 25, it talks about, you know what I'm saying, who changed the truth of God into a lie, man.
Right.
And we serve the creature more than the creator. And then it goes down, verse 26 through 28, it talks about how woman, they lost their natural use. Their natural use is what? Pop out those babies, man. You know what I'm saying? Their natural use is what? Being a woman. Their natural use is what? Being a good wife. Then also it talks about the men, how they're turned away. Their natural use is what? Being masculine. You understand? Having women, multiple women. Now they want to be with a man. Now they want to, what was that, man, what's that devil name that had played soccer, the Kardashians' father? Bruce Jenner. You understand? They want to be a Bruce Jenner these days, man. They want to be a, Magic Johnson's son these days, man. Dwayne, I was just about to say that. Dwayne Wade's son, man. They want to be Dwayne Wade. Good night, man. I mean, look at Dwayne Wade, man. Shalagia. We're going to touch on that, you know, right now, man. Dwayne Wade. Good night, man. Everybody know that Dwayne Wade, he played, you know, NBA basketball. But someone please and, you know, help me understand, why is he a commentator for the WNBA?
Damn.
He's not a commentator for the NBA. He's a commentator for the WNBA, man.
Sheesh.
I mean, good night, man. He wants to do that, so of course Gabrielle Union can shut her mouth, and it's for his daughter, son, what's his name, Zaza, Yaya, whatever it is, so they can just all feel at peace with him, man. Listen, man, I wouldn't be surprised, man, if Dwayne Wade is molesting that little boy, man.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if Gabrielle Union has a strap on and she's giving it to Dwayne Wade. Shalagia. You understand? But once again, is that not America? That's what America wants, man. That's the American dream, man. That's what America has pride in, man. But we're saying do something very, very simple, man. Have pride within yourself, man. Have pride within your own community, man. That's all we saying. It's not that hard. Can't be that hard, man. Shit, it's gonna be the last scripture to light. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, "Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest," man. Listen, man, we can't be scared, man, of this quote-unquote pride month, pride community, LGBTQ plus month, community, whatever the case may be, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to stand strong on what we believe in, man, when it comes to these laws, statutes, and commandments, and know that the Lord is going to be with you, man, wherever you go, man, if you are doing exactly what he tells you to do, man, and not following America, man. To the hell with America. To the hell with Joe Biden. To the hell with the LGBTQ plus community, man, according to the Bible, man. Because we solely, wholeheartedly believe in this Bible, man. And the Bible is not with it, man. The Bible is not with the LGBTQ plus community. The Bible is not with Joe Biden, man. The Bible is not with Black Lives Matter, man. Because what about everybody else, man, when it comes to the 12 tribes of Israel, man?
Right.
What about them? They're just forgotten? No, man. To the hell with them, man. With that, I'm going to end the class, man. ISUBK security announcements. We are the ISUBK. Star out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes was their commandment. You can read about this in Numbers chapter 18, verses 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. We are still in the Feast of First Fruits. Starts after Sabbath unleavened bread, sundown. Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. Count 50 days. Celebrate the 50th day. Sunday, June 20th. Start before sundown. You can read about this in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 10 through 22. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black blue shirts, pants, headband, scarf.